What's going on, interwebs? This is a top 5 things new players need to know about Final Fantasy 15. Or, well, just 5 tips I have in general for new players of Final Fantasy 15. These are things I've discovered while I was playing. This is my own personal playthrough. But first up, we have stamina. Yes, there is stamina in the game if you did not know. You hold B to sprint, and occasionally you'll notice you'll stop sprinting because you'll run out of breath, you'll get tired. In the options, there's an option to turn on the stamina bar, which I highly suggest. When you do, you'll see this green ST bar over your head when you sprint, again by holding down B, or circle button if you're on PS4. I don't imagine why it wouldn't be circle button. But as you see, as you're running, you run out of breath. And you gotta catch your breath, you're tired. But did you also know that you could infinitely sprint without ever running out of breath? Yes, you can, it is possible. All you have to do is, while you're sprinting, just stop sprinting right before you run out of stamina. And you automatically refill the entire bar. Your person flashes and phases green. My best tip for this is right when the bar hits the S, like the very ass end of the S, right when the bar's about to deplete, you let go of B or circle, and then smash it again, and it refills it. Jeff Ramsey from Achievement Hunter. Jeff Ramsey from Achievement Hunter called it active reload for your feet. That's actually kind of what it is. If you time it just right, just like active reload in Gears of War, refills it completely.
We got our camping gear?
Think I'd forget? It's in the trunk.
Next, we have the Regalia. You guys driving manually, I typically let Ignis drive because I don't want to pay the hefty repair bill to fix the car. Yes, here's another slight tip for you guys. The Regalia does take damage, and over time it will get haggard and eventually break down. That will happen if it takes damage, a lot of damage. You can actually see the paint chipping, the windshield shattering. And it is a hefty repair bill if you take it back to Sydney at Hammerhead. Cindy, not Sydney. If you take it back to Cindy. But did you know while you're driving, you did not even have to move the stick? I'm not touching the stick at all right now, and Noct is sticking to his lane. He automatically drives. All you have to do is hold down right trigger and he will stick to his lane. He will turn automatically. It even applies in reverse. He will turn the wheel automatically. You don't even have to touch it. The only time you have to touch it is when you actually want him to make a turn that he's not making.
Everybody out.
This might be a spot.
Should be a nice change of pace.
What part is this in the video? This part in the video I thought I could showcase what the repair kit was for, but turns out this vehicle wasn't a broken down vehicle, it was just a derelict vehicle. And then I noticed the Mesamir in the back. And I thought it would be a good time to showcase how the stamina bar affects your point warps, which it does.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
So I engaged in combat with these guys. Found the point warp up there and warped to it. Point warping and hanging actually drains your stamina bar. As you can see, my stamina bar is draining. And if it drains all the way, you will fall and take a pretty significant chunk of damage. See right there, I took about 365 points of damage. That's half of my HP bar. So be wary of that. If you point warp to a hanging position, it will drain your stamina bar.
Here goes. Roll, Mr. Nice Guy.
Don't let up now.
Out of the way. Knocked another one out.
We all good?
Better than good.
But yeah, point warping and hanging will drain your stamina. So, I went back to town and just decided to show the repair kits. This is my inventory. Repair kits. Not compatible with the Regalia, but could have some use. They do have a use, I figured it out. I typically try to hold 5 on my person at all times since I figured out what their use is. Occasionally, alongside the road, you will find a guy who's broke down. His vehicle is just crapped out on him. I know how he feels. I've been there many times.
You see this?
But
What about it?
if you have a repair kit, you can help him. You can give him the repair kit, it'll fix his car. But not only that, you'll get easy XP for it. I think I got like 300 each time,
Here.
which may not sound like a lot, but 300 in such a short amount of time for such an insignificant quest, for like just handing him a repair kit and I get 300 XP just like that. That is pretty awesome. So make sure if you have the guild, which I don't know why you wouldn't, at least have 3. If you can't afford 5, at least have 3 repair kits on you. I don't know if it's completely random or if they have set locations, but I found it twice in this noob, air quote, noob area before I brought down the outpost in my own personal playthrough, which this is. So just keep them on hand. I kind of struggled coming up with a 5th one. I thought about it, and it was kind of struggling. I was kind of struggling because, I mean, I just barely unlocked this area to the left. But then I decided, you know, just to say explore. Which sounds stupid, but if you take the time to actually explore, not only will you get food ingredients and not have to pay for them, you get the mining resources for the Regalia. But these treasure chests, these treasure locations, they actually respawn. Believe me, it's happened for me. They respawn, and they have some really decent items in them. Even really awesome weapons. I think it's completely random, because one time I've gotten a weapon, the other time I've gotten like a mega elixir or a mega phoenix. So I think it's completely random. But they do respawn and they give really awesome items. You can't go wrong. So just take the time to explore, experience the world, and get some really awesome fucking loot while you're at it. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Just my top 5 tips for new Final Fantasy 15 players. Later.